Hello and welcome to the 2021 Discraft Great Lakes Open, Milford, Michigan. BigBarri commentary. Jeremy Koling, joined by my good buddy Paul Ulibarri. We're here, man. We're at the Toboggan course.
We made it.
Let's get into that Grip 6 low profile. Paul, who we got?
James Conrad taking the clothes off. My guy, looking fresh. Not to be outdone by Ricky Wysocki, who has the stare of death.
Oh my gosh, we got three-time world champions already, and we've got potentially a future world champion rocking the world champion Milwaukee Bucks hat, Adam Hammes.
He told me I did this for you, Paul, and I respect it.
And the young gun Kyle Klein, highest rated player in Michigan, here in Michigan. Let's talk to Nate Heinold.
My name is Nate Heinold. I'm the tournament director for this week's Discraft Great Lakes Open. This is my first year TDing this event. Done the Ledgestone event for 11 years. I've played disc golf for 21 years now, actually. I played this tournament twice and I enjoyed it, and the second time I played it, there was some artificial OB, so when I took on this tournament from Discraft, we talked about doing some I wanted to get rid of a lot of the OB, and so we added a couple holes, got rid of some holes, got rid of some OB. We added the wooded holes 5 and 6, combined 14 and 15. Those were my main priorities on top of we added the concrete pads. And so really the philosophy was punish bad shots and make sure that good shots are rewarded. And sometimes, you can't punish bad shots, but here the rough is brutal with the Russian olives. The goal was to get rid of the artificial OB and make it as natural as possible. The elevation out at Toboggan is really what defines the course. When people say, what's the craziest thing about teeing this event? And really it's walking down the hill on one and having to walk it back up on two.
Hey guys, stay right there, okay? Thanks.
But then you get to the end and it's like you walk up that hill on 18 and I am tired. The hills we're not talking about feet, we're talking about stories up and down these hills. And so when you look at hole 3, 900 feet, some of these top guys are throwing driver putter, and you look at an uphill hole such as 18, 315 feet, and most of them can't get there, and so really it takes a toll on your body to walk these hills, but learning to throw up and down the hills is challenging. Learning how to stand on an uphill lie is challenging, and so that's really what separates Toboggan from almost any course on tour.
Nothing quite like playing down green grass fairways. It is always so beautiful coming out here and playing this course. It's only set up for the United States Amateur Disc Golf Championship yearly and this tournament. And after this, it's down. Hole 1, 477 feet, 75 feet in elevation drop.
James Conrad.
We'll see a backhand turnover from James, most likely a fairway driver, but player with his distance can reach it with a mid-range. The other play that you'll see on this hole is the big forehand.
One mistake you cannot make here is not getting it turned over enough, and then you'll end up out of bounds left.
And the drive that's turned over too much can go in that really thick rough right of the basket. James is going to come up well short. Actually, no, he's cutting left, hard left, and thankfully that hill is there to bank him up and stop him from going out of bounds.
Yeah, and he probably has no idea where that landed.
Yeah, good point.
Ricky Wysocki.
Yeah!
And if you have the power with the sidearm and your right-handed player, for sure the shot. I mean, just a great shape, keeps it under control, put it on hyzer the whole way. Good height.
It's a...
Or you think
maybe.
It's too high?
I think it's a bit too high, but Ricky has the power to mitigate that still. But yeah, that's going to come up short and right. That about 10 degrees lower is a park job, if not an ace run. Adam has got such a powerful forehand. He's got that unique stutter step take, and he really gets a bunch of power driven into his forehand. I wouldn't be surprised if he puts this one close. Oh, this one's a bit too tight. This is going to end up in that rough side, the rough early and right, and yeah, that's going to be tricky getting out of there.
Sometimes you have some sneaky looks in there, but for the most part, it's going to take some imagination to get a look at the basket.
Michigan, Kyle Klein.
And you guys are all familiar with Kyle Klein at this point, a player who really kind of emerged onto the scene last season. He's already won a Disc Golf Pro Tour Silver Series earlier this season in Missouri. And a player whose rating is just continue to go up and up. And that's a good looking line. Maybe flipping up a bit too much. It's going to stay a little bit wide left, but that's swinging pretty nice. Yeah, that's great.
He's like, haha, got him.
Yeah, that's, I mean, he's playing with two of the better known forehand players on tour and James Conrad. And he's just the best forehand of the group.
3 is going to be your average score on this. If you make a pretty bad mistake, you can bring bogey in. But on tournament day, people are going to make the right mistake and kind of throw it into that wood line where these two players are. And then it honestly is a pretty easy pitch out to the basket. As long as you don't try to get crazy aggressive.
That being said, it averaged just a bit over a quarter above par at 3.26, making it the second most difficult hole in the course, which is kind of surprising. It's not a whole lot to it other than just having an accurate tee shot like Kyle has. And the high right putt grabs and falls in on the elevated basket. That is a great starting birdie.
That's a great statistic, but often we find ourselves on this lead card, you and I, commentating
All
on
the
the
time.
on the featured card and then the players who are playing the best in the field. So that statistic, I feel like, kind of falls to the wayside.
Sure, it is a. Just this course has been changed, and there's some new holes. I'm specifically thinking about 15. We'll get to that one later, obviously, but you know, there's some really challenging holes in this course, and I'm surprised.
Let's get to it. Hole 15.
Oh, yeah,
No,
sure.
I'm just kidding. Do your thing on hole 2.
All right, hole 2. Par 4, 680 feet, and that just seems wrong when you're stepping on the tee box here because it is a trek to get up this toboggan slope. It's going to take 2 enormous shots to have any look for the birdie 3. Got to keep it in the fairway because the rough here is pretty brutal. And there's just really no good landing zone for your footing on your approach shot.
I don't know. I've been playing with some players who have been able to get it so far up there that they just have standstill putter approach, and that's nice.
Yeah, that's a
comfy.
huge advantage. Kyle, kind of a good break in a way that he kicked just a bit out to the left side because if that goes forward at all into that rough, he's looking at a very awkward second.
But even from there, I feel like that takes birdie out of the equation. Low ceiling. James has been really good at getting this exact disc turned over and just gliding straight.
And that can go nowhere else besides right there in the middle. If that's another 10, 15 feet higher, there is a slightly less severe sloped. It kind of flattens out. I mean, I say flatten out figuratively. It's not quite as steep. About 20, 30 feet farther up the hill.
Yeah, it gives you a little better footing. This is not going to have any footing because
no.
this is
Oh,
not going to hit much either.
Oh, boy. That is a rare shank from Ricky Wysocki.
Interesting play here. It looks like Adam's going with the sidearm. Huh.
There's a couple of ways to play the sidearm. If you go out left, there is a slightly flatter area where you can go really big on that second shot. Yeah, and it could be slightly attributed to perhaps the wet conditions. It did rain earlier in the round. This later tee time, these guys, I don't think they're going to have to worry about any rain during their round, but the grass is wet. And if you're going up a slope that has any sort of condensation or any sort of moisture on it, it makes it even slicker. So maybe playing to that flat spot is the smart play for some of these guys.
You know what, though? He kind of smacked it up there. Like, he's going to have a shot up to the top for sure.
Oh, I don't think par has ever been a problem for Kyle staying out of the wood line, but par is certainly in question for Ricky.
Oh, pardon me. I was talking about Adam's
for
sidearm.
Adam.
Yeah,
Oh.
how far that actually made it with just the hyzer. It made it pretty good. Like, I don't think
Yes.
getting up to the basket will be a problem for him here.
That is boosted. That is absolutely boosted. Wow. What a shot from Adam.
Well, if you can throw sidearm hyzer and then just straight backhand, I mean, that's a great play because his sidearm's so in control. He'll land in that spot every time.
And James, a little bit of a slip, but managing to throw it so well. That's going to get to the top of the hill and make his way up the circle. Well, that's Conrad country right there, folks. Maybe a little bit of a learning lesson there. You saw James approach that lie from about 45 degrees, if not more severe angle to the shot. And that way it allowed him to keep a less inclined approach. Ricky, great approach shot there. Talk about that. Do you ever do that yourself?
Yeah, I do. Sometimes approaching it from that, you get a little more energy and you have to kind of control. It's a controlled shank, really.
Yeah, you have to like pull it across your body. Nice shot from Kyle. But it allows you to get more momentum into the shot, which
Absolutely
is so important coming into this approach. So we've got 2 birdie looks and 2 par save looks coming up to the green. Yeah, of course. He loves that range. He is so dialed in right now. The B-roll footage of James Conrad's slow-mos with the disc fluttering towards the center of the chains has got to be an hour long at this point.
This guy's been racking up a little highlight reel himself over the last couple years with those putts.
Wow. Sidearm to backhand to 30-foot putt.
If that doesn't tell you
Beautiful.
this guy's scary, I don't know what else does.
And that is getting work done for Ricky to save that par from who knows where over to the left. That is a place not many people are able to save that for. Fairly common score here, just averaging slightly above par at 4.12. On to the signature hole, or one of the several signature holes in this course. Hole 3, par 4, 915 feet, another 75-foot elevation drop off the tee. Bombs away, but there is OB far left and there is treachery right. You want to get somewhere down the fairway in that 450 to 650 range, depending on if you're going with a fairway, mid-range, or driver. Set yourself up for a somewhat open look if you can keep it in the fairway.
Yeah, really is dealer's choice of what you want to throw. It's whatever you're throwing the most comfortable that day, the
Correct.
straightest, that you have the most control.
That's beautiful from James. That's easily 550, and I think that was his fairway driver.
And this is a buzz. Mid-range here.
I like this play a lot. Is it going to turn or hold? It's trying its best to hold, and I think it's going to be fine.
He's begging it to hold.
Yes, okay, just hangs on in time. And that set up probably 430, 440.
Yeah, and I'm guessing he's going to use that sidearm again.
There's a lot of space out there to the left to swing a big hyzer forehand. Kyle looks like he's got something a bit faster in the hand. This is moving right. Does it have enough stability?
No.
We had 3 spotters on the right side of the fairway who were working hard to make sure everyone's discs were found.
Yeah, and right side really just leaves a pitch out to the fairway. You're not going to...
Yeah, there's almost zero creativity from over there.
Perfect.
And a shot like this, There's nothing more fun than throwing a shot like this and throwing it well and getting to watch your disc fly for 8 to 10 seconds.
It literally had a propeller on it. That was crazy.
You could hear it.
Yeah.
And Kyle finding a hole, and that's great. He's able to advance 250 feet. Leave a little chip shot for the par save.
One thing about this course, if you make the right mistake into the rough, you're just pitching out, but you're going to save par most likely. If you can get up and down, like, and there's that play, yeah, that's pretty easy.
Go, dude.
And that's the reason I kind of
So
stopped
good.
talking about what he's doing, because it's just basic hyzer, chip shot up
Just your
there.
basic 430-foot sidearm. Pinpoint accuracy.
Talk about pinpoint accuracy. I'm guessing with
Ricky's
the oinky
piggy.
oink, probably going
Yeah.
to be pretty close.
Oh my goodness, that's great. Disc Golf Comedy had the best comment about throwing a pig. He said, "It's fine when Ricky does it, but when I tried doing it at the state fair, they threw me right out."
Oh,
Oh my goodness. And Kyle's gonna have to work for that par now. He's a bit long, a bit right. When that putter's dialed in, though, man, he's such a good thrower of the disc. He becomes a problem for the field.
and this is probably going to be good.
Yeah. Hit the koozie. Wow. 3 shots pretty much parked for the birdie. Kyle's got just a little bit of work left.
What do you think? Any bold predictions?
I predict he's going to knock it down. After that putt, he's going to make the bogey putt. I'm sure of it.
That's the most devastating miss in disc golf is just an inch high, because you're like, got it. Come on, I got it. Think. And you're like, oh.
When it's low, you generally know. It never had a chance. But when it's high, you're like, oh, yeah, it's going to maybe just please. And then, no, okay. But at least when you miss high, you know that you were at least aggressive.
Yeah.
So it's a better miss, but it hurts more when it happens.
Yeah, because you made a better stroke.
Yeah,
And that's always the worst.
So 3 good birdies and 1 tough bogey for Kyle. Moving right along to hole 4. Talk about hole 4, Paul.
Well, 580 feet. There's a nice little barrier right here that you have to get past, and it's all these trees. Get past this one, great. Get past this one, this one, this one, this one, this one, good. But mostly everybody's gonna land kind of right in those trees, right? And then you're gonna have this tight tunnel upshot, uphill, go figure, to this kind of turtle shell green.
Yeah.
But we'll save that turtle shell for another hole.
That's coming up later on the front 9. James going to go that high flex play. This is looking really good.
This is really, everybody's going to throw a high stolly hyzer, and they're all going to land in the same spot for the most part. And they're going to all have like a semi-tricky upshot.
Yeah, the only play that really kind of gets you past those trees, I think, is the forehand turnover, which goes down the inside line and flexes and can potentially get you past all that stuff. Adam's going to be a little bit trickier, a little bit lower ceiling perhaps. And Rick's, he's going to try to flex that inside sidearm turnover. If you got it, this is a great play for this hole.
Yeah, I don't know if I've ever seen anybody do it.
Oh, he's going inside anti-flex. And okay. Not great, but not drawing dead. You've never seen anyone do the sidearm turnover play?
No. I don't
We
think
played
I
a
have.
mic'd up practice round like 2 days ago, and I
You-
did that.
You threw that? I don't.
Just watch.
I kinda focus
Watch
on
Kyle.
myself, you know?
Just watch Kyle. That's a great shot. This is the easiest hole in the course. This is one you really feel like you got to put yourself in position and at least give yourself an opportunity to look at this approach.
Well, that's. Pardon, don't
Yeah,
mean
go
to
ahead.
interrupt, but that's the thing is, even right here, he's going to have this kind of crazy little manufactured sidearm roller, but it looks like a tough shot, but no matter what, you're going to get a look.
Sit down. That's the backs. Oh, perfect touch from Adam. That was fantastic.
Like, that's great. But even if he throws that bad, he's only going to be 40, 50 feet. And that's a look for these guys, you know?
Yeah, for your average top pro. But this hole has ways to mess up.
Like this?
Yeah, like James.
Oh, haha, gotcha. You could literally fall down and bury the hole. Gotcha, Jerm.
Oh my gosh. How did
You fell right into that one.
Oh, James fell right into that one. Oh, boy. All right. What you got to say about that there, Paul?
Sidearm, I've never seen that off the tee before.
And Kyle, that is the routine play right there. Put yourself in the middle, fall asleep with such a boring putter approach that you just birdie it while you're taking a nap.
That is very impressive,
Yeah.
just to put that thing on a string.
Yep. Ricky's gonna be inside the circle, but he's got about 30 feet left for the par. Inside the circle, it's close to it.
Yes, he is.
Oh wow, another high right, but these baskets like that putt.
That is such a tough putt from there.
Yeah.
Straddling out, slippery right now because of the rain.
Mm-hmm.
So the stance isn't great. It's all arm. Like, so easy to miss that.
And it's for par. You know, you've been struggling on this hole the whole way through, and then you get to that putt, and you have to really bear down, and Ricky does. That's what he does.
So when I first approached Discraft about the tournament, I really wanted to eliminate a couple dud holes. We focused on the area left of hole 4, and then we looked at the wooded area behind. And originally for 5, we had the tee at the bottom, and I told Bob from Discraft, I said, look, this is gonna be amazing if we can somehow get it up top and not conflict with 4. We did the clearing, it started to come together, and then a week ago I looked at it and said, let's line it with red mulch. You know, like, I texted to Bob and he said it's the red carpet hole. I thought I like that. So 5 is really a fun hole. I mean, it's obviously a hard hole, but that kind of is my baby for this course, to have my little touch on the design. Hole 6 is the hole coming back, once again, up a nice little hill, down over a ravine to a protected green. And so those 2 holes have really added something very different, because Toboggan is up and down hills with Russian olives in the rough, and now you have 2 wooded holes, which kind of is a great variety.
Yeah, I couldn't have said it better, man. These are 2 fantastic additions to this track. It's adds something that this course didn't really have, and you stand on this tee box and it just feels like disc golf heaven. I don't know if this makes the Dream 18, but it certainly is in the running for the spot on there.
This would be a filler hole on a Dream 18.
This is a great hole, and you love it.
No, that's what I'm saying. If you're having a Dream 18 of the best holes ever, and this one makes it.
Yeah, I'm not saying it's one of the best 18 holes I've ever played, but it is a sweet hole.
I love it. I think everybody loves it. It's been just absolutely the superstar on social media as of late
yes,
as well.
Kyle, he's a superstar. He's parked it. Yeah, if you've been on social media this week, we're going to take another look at that real quick. If you've been on social media this week, you have certainly seen plenty of pictures of this hole already.
Just barely misses that stump.
And that tree was actually here for the US ADGC just a few weeks ago. So that would have, it looks like that went right over that tree and probably would have hit it had they not cut that down.
Good thing he's a pro and not an am.
Good point. James, he's following suit. Is this going to get stable at the end? Big skip right. That's a good shot.
I've seen him make one from there.
I've seen him make 100 from there.
This looks perfect.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, it's got a late drift to it, though. Interesting.
Left.
Kick off
Kick
there.
Oh, wow. That was awesome. Oh, we better see that one again.
Nice, right?
He's thinking gutter ball, and then a nice little bump over.
That is too cool. Watch this. Boink. Wow.
Nice, right?
Yeah, he said you use the bumpers. You called it. Or did you hear him say that after?
I might have heard a little something in the background. Looks like there's a little breeze out here. Let's see if it affects Adam's stroke. Maybe.
Just barely, perhaps. James, that is an awkward stance.
What is he?
Did I fall behind? I think so.
What on earth did I just see?
I hit here.
What kind of military tuck and roll tactic did James Conrad just pull out to make that ridiculous putt?
I had something I want to say, and now I forgot everything.
And he was inside the circle, so he couldn't fall forward, which he didn't. Technically, the rule is you have to maintain balance behind your lie. So if he didn't go in front of his lie, I don't understand. I don't feel like he maintained balance, but whatever. That was insane. And it looks like the card didn't call him on anything, so it's
Good to go.
it's good to go. And we're going to have 3 birdies on this brand new hole 5, which is just phenomenal.
Just can't right now.
What just happened?
Oh my gosh, that's unbelievable. We're going to see that for years to come, I promise you.
What was that? Never in my life.
I'm Paul Ulibarri with today's Bushnell hole breakdown. You can find the Edge Disc Golf Rangefinder at the link in the description. Hole 6 is unique to the Toboggan course. It takes you from green grass and manicured fairways to wondering if you might be lost on the course. Miss this tightly wooded fairway and you will be lost. Keeping it in the fairway is the only way to get a look at birdie in these tight woods. Let's see how it plays out.
Why are you yawning, Jerm?
This is a good hole. That was a good hole breakdown. I was just being silly.
Here's a beautiful shot from Kyle Klein. That's in the absolute perfect position, and then a little bit extra on top of that.
And these guys are literally trying to go over the hill and through the woods. James, that's just
Don't
turning
roll.
enough. But yeah, that angle is going to cost him the approach angle that he's looking forward to having on this second. I like this a lot. Oh yeah, that's so good. That's going to be right there for Ricky's forehand approach. Going zone off the tee. And I like that because the speed of this disc allows him to make that angle, putting himself in position for the longer approach shot, but not having to worry about the backside of the fairway before the disc hyzers to the right. And now he's going fairway driver.
And that's a bullet.
And that is just dissecting the hole and playing it perfectly. That is game plan execution to a T. Beautiful play from Adam. What was that bullet he threw there?
That was a Raptor.
Ooh. Unintentional promotion for your disc.
And here James throwing
Throwing
a bullet.
a $100,000 value disc.
Yeah, exactly. Not quite a bullet, but he'll get to Conrad country, as you call it,
Oh, I think that's a Philo Brathwaitism.
as Philo calls it.
That's such a pretty forehand. Sit down.
Oh,
This is a bit of a mound, and it sticks. A little bit of speed coming into that green can be tricky. Ricky and Piggy territory.
I'm going to guess where this ends up.
All right,
Circle 1.
what a Bold statement. And that's what you want. Come into this green with that speed of a disc, a little bit of angle, in the mulch. Don't hit your head in the basket. We've got 4 birdie looks. This is the longest one.
He's made so many crazy putts. Just don't fall down.
Yeah, he has.
He just keeps falling down.
That's right. He fell down on his approach on 4, and then
It was perfect.
He's got a tough par putt now. This is it might have even worked its way outside the circle. Yeah, just inside, able to get a good kick back of his leg. Kyle in there in the hyzer. Even though Kyle's only like 27 feet away, that is a very scary putt, because if that doesn't catch chains perfectly and stay in the basket, if he misses in any way whatsoever, that's scooting 40 feet away.
Yeah, and he had a kind of a tough stance there, backed up against the edge of the circle there with those trees.
All right, 3 birdies on the brand new hole 6. Crowd loves it. I love it. You love it. We all love it. Talk about hole 7, Paul.
All right. Par 4, 667 feet.
203 meters.
That's pretty far, if you ask me. But the main goal is you want to hit this going straight. If you can get past or around this little fork tree on the left, you're kind of good to go to manufacture something into your turtle shell green that everybody loves.
The problems here can be an early shot left can put you down the hill, and if you yank it right, it can be really tough because it can knock you all the way down the hill. And when you are down that hill for your second shot, oh yeah, and here you're gonna see it.
Boy, that is bad.
That the right side, it basically isn't out of bounds. I mean, it is just horrible off there.
I've never seen him really throw a bad shot like that.
Yeah, his miss is pretty contained within a certain range, and that was certainly one of the more shanky shots we've seen from Kyle. Ricky might get away with a little bit of a right pull there. If he's high enough up the hill, he'll have just enough clearance to be able to get his second shot up towards the green. I don't know if there's some sort of wind going on out here, but these are 3 not so great shots so far. Maybe James can save the cards grace a bit here with a good drive. Yeah, I think he's done that.
So good.
Yeah.
Oh no, why are there so many people right there?
Because they like James Conrad. He's a world champion. He'll be right side, but I think he should be in a pretty decent spot. Okay. Anything could have happened there. That was pretty fortuitous little knockdown into the fairway.
Yeah, I'd consider that a win from where he was and the shot that he threw.
That is such a challenging shot from Rick. He's only a couple inches away from throwing that to perfection. That is an awkward run up and a very tough angle to get over that hill.
But a nice little catch with the mini.
Four.
Is he now warning the basket?
He should be yelling 3. 3. Did Adam get far enough that he has a... What the... What?
Is he going to make that?
What? Wow. Just a tiny little window, and he executes his forehand approach perfectly through it. Not sure how close that got, but man. All right. Good approach.
Job done. Okay, yeah, circle 2.
And he's got to work for it. If he earns this, if he makes this, that's a well-earned birdie. Well, my goodness. Wow.
He knew it right away, though.
This was a Giannis Antetokounmpo free throw away from going in. Oh, just off the front rim and out. I don't even know what that reference means, but I got to give him a little shout out for last week. He went to Milwaukee to watch the Bucks win. And he got to celebrate. James Conrad celebrating the birdie.
Good save.
Well done.
From the young kid. Local boy.
Semi-local.
Michigan. You can call this home.
He's 3 hours away from home.
If I'm playing in Arizona, I'm going to be a local boy.
He understands the humidity of this place unlike any other out here. That is one thing that he has an advantage on, certainly. He's a local boy. I'm just messing with you. You're right. He's a local boy. He's a Michigan guy. And he's the highest rated player in the state. That's huge. Hole 8, par 4, 500 feet. And it seems like it is so much more than that. Out and around the corner to the left, there is no OB left anymore. So the players can really push that left side. If they can get out there, it really is advantageous because it increases the angle up to this, tucked up to the right pin location. I think we were on our 3rd year playing this position, and when it was farther left, about 45 feet away, it was so much easier than it is now.
That is so good.
Wow, that is upper 90s and just picture perfection.
Another one that's just great. You guys don't understand how hard it is to get left on this hole.
The ceiling prevents the drift that you'd like to get that disc to go left, so you really have to force so much angle on it.
And kind of slow down the arm speed too, because if you throw it hard, it's going to get to the hill fast and not hyzer.
And just look at Kyle's shot right there. That was a great looking tee shot, and he ended up 50 feet right of where Ricky and James are, and that is a huge difference on this hole. That is so good. Forehand turnover past that tree, it makes that tree becomes a problem on this approach shot, and Adams passed it. Slow drifting. Anheuser just working its way into the circle.
That's a really good shot from there. You got to get the angle just right. Miss a couple branches, home free. It looks like this is going to skip into the circle. Okay, not the best effort from there, but because he's Ricky, probably no problem from that distance.
It's just a different kind of birdie than the birdie he'd like to have.
Yeah, that's a good point.
It's just a different kind. A little bit more stress. James getting a little bit of turn, but still not. I mean, these guys are taking advantage of their great drives in that they're in the circle. But when you have that good of an angle, you really like to not have to work on that putt.
This has got to be close.
Adam's going zone approach. His forehand is so good, guys. Man.
Sidearm there. I like that play a lot.
If you got it, you should use it. And Kyle just a bit off so far on his putt. Just a couple good ones, but then missing that par putt on 3 and missing that one there. Just a different kind of birdie, Paul. That's all it is. But Rick's the kind of player that will take note of that approach. So if he gets his drive there, second or third round, I guarantee you he's going to put a lot closer approach. That's heartbreaking. No way. Why?
Sometimes it just happens out there.
Every weekend. None of us are safe. Any given hole.
Just part of the game.
Yeah.
Heard that way too many times. No, Adam. Sometimes seeing a spit out like that will make you change your stroke.
Yeah.
And it'll get you twice.
Oh. I didn't think with those drives that we were going to only see one birdie. That.
Yeah. What's up?
A bit unexpected. Hey, no way. No way. No way. What on earth?
X, my guy. FX, okay, thank you. FX6 is the new one? Yes. Okay. Is for the React.
Oh my gosh, this gives me just a brief moment. I want to give a shout out to the guy I played with today, Sam Lee. This isn't on this hole. This is going back to hole 4. I know it was a while ago, but got a 2 on the hole. And I wanted to talk about it then, but we had an advertisement, and then Nate Heinel came and talked for a second. Didn't get a chance to say anything about it.
And now we need something good to talk about.
Yeah, we need something good to talk about. Sam Hill, he threw his sidearm. It skipped up the hill, and it went in the basket, and it was sick. Okay, now that that's over, hole 9, par 3, 462 feet, high hyzer, completely blind, and you're just throwing and playing. You're playing Plinko, and you're trying to get through these trees, and when you throw your hyzer, you just turn your ear to the fairway, and you just hope that it's clean.
The one thing you're going to look for right here is stare down the hill. Okay, stare, stare, stare. Listen for the crowd.
Okay, here's a listen.
Listen for the crowd.
There's the tree sounds that you're
Okay,
going to
wait.
hear every time. Oh.
And now he
See,
knows
can
it
hear,
was...
Yeah, he can hear the awes, so he knows it's not good. Let's do it again.
Okay, wait for
Listen
it.
for the crowd. So, there's a, and no claps, so not good.
Couple claps.
There's like a couple like
After Ricky's shot, they're like, man,
it's
well.
better. This one's gonna be close.
Yes. I like the way this one looks. It's going forward. It'll attack that back side of those trees right there.
Huh?
Yeah, see? Now he has no idea what happened.
That would be a confusing one to try to decipher from the tee box.
Exactly. You're like,
oh,
well,
huh? Oh.
You would think you kind of rolled to that spot for sure. This one looks, if he flattened it out, yeah, early left, it looks like.
Just
unless he hits and kicks.
listen to the crowd. That's all that matters.
Yeah. And you still have no clue. You get out there and you're like, what? I was here?
40 feet away? What were they clapping for?
Ricky?
Oh, that looked so good.
This one has like the reputation for people just making it from everywhere.
I remember one year we called like everyone's putt going in from 45 feet and out. Like the whole card had a star frame of circle 2 putts.
Not this time. James falling down again.
I mean, let's enough of the Pantene Pro V jokes. We need to get him some new shoes.
We need Adam to make this. He deserves a little bit of pick me up.
I mean, he's not doing so bad. He's 4 under. What are you talking about? Pick me up. Just want to see him do well. I get that.
Yeah, I mean, he just missed a little shorty on the last hole.
Okay. Yeah, so to increase his confidence going forward, it would be nice to see one of those. I get that. Good putt from Kyle, though, and he will erase that spit out bogey from 8 to stay at 3 under. And pars for the other 3. If they can stay in the basket
And they have.
and on their feet.
Well,
All right.
okay.
And that ends the front 9. And everyone's pretty much the same across the board. Bunch of 4-unders, which is great score in the front 9. But the back 9, Paul, it gets very tough.
Scary tough.
Yeah. And look at all those 5-unders. They go through the entire screen. A bunch of people tied for first place. But that back 9 really is the difference between a good round and an okay round or even a bad round. A couple things doesn't go your way. And just like that, you could be at 1 under, maybe even over par.
Absolutely.
Well, join us for the back nine to see how this round plays out. Round 1 here in Milford, Michigan for the Discraft Great Lake Open. Thanks to our Founders Club. You guys provide everything we need to be able to run this ship. We love you. We'll see you in the back nine.